Back at Heroes World again for my weekly game of 40K. I'm here with Fatty. Fatty's playing his Blood Angels again.
Blood Angels.
So we're starting here. Mephiston Scouts with close combat weapons.
All close combat.
And Scepter?
5 Stern Guard veterans and a Blood Angel captain.
Yeah. Inside, correct?
Inside the tank.
Yeah. Then we have Jump Pack Intercessors.
Jump Pack Intercessors. Sanguinary Guard with spears.
And a captain. Spears.
Just regular intercessors.
Yeah. You have your lieutenant?
Lieutenant with combi weapons.
Yeah, his favorite guy is there.
It's a good guy.
Then you got regular intercessors.
Death Company.
A unit of 10.
Unit of 10 with Lamardis.
Okay. Then we have regular Jump Pack Intercessors.
And a 6-man Sanguinary Guard squad with swords and Dante.
Right.
And in heaven we have another.
And then we have another unit of
Sanguinary Guard.
And
those are the guys that are in the tank.
Okay. Yeah, so that's his deployment. On my end, I have Spawn here, Khorne in his Rhino, Jackals, a unit of Exalt, regular 8-bound with the Slaughterbound, with Glaive, Demon Prince with the helm, Jackals. We have a Forge Fiend, 8-bound with Slaughterbound. This guy has reroll, favorite of Khorne, so he can reroll 2 dice. And then we got the Spawn. And in the sky, I have 2 units of Exalted and my Forge Fiend. So, yep, let's see what happens. Alright, welcome back, guys. So this is the game, and as you can see, it is a victory for myself. So World Eaters versus Blood Angels, and this would be, I got first turn. So my first turn was Assassination and Bring It Down. So none of them were great, obviously. Like Bring It Down, Fatty's tank was way back here. I have no shooting that can reach out to hit this tank. So Bringing Down was a complete wash, so I would recycle that at the end of my turn. Now, the good thing about Assassination was his combi lieutenant was here, and I had my spawn that were behind here that when on setup, I could move them here, and then they had the ability to run and charge. And because his lieutenant was against the wall of this building, I can charge him through the wall, which is, I thought maybe I could get Assassination, so I did that. So I had scouted up my spawn, I moved them up, and then I charged in. In my shooting, and then what happened was Fatty had his unit of intercessors here, behind the wall here, behind this terrain block, and he heroically intervened. So as he did that, I was able to rapid fire. Sorry, not rapid fire, but I was able to get my Forge Fiend to overwatch them. So basically, when they charge me, when I'm in close combat, he overwatches them, and he took off. I think this Forge Fiend took off 2 guys in Overwatch, and then between my spawn and fighting here, I was able to bring this unit down to just 2 guys left, and the combi lieutenant had 2 wounds left. And in return, in the combat phase, they only took this spawn down to 1 wound left, so I had 2 spawn left at the end of the turn. So I didn't get an assassination in the first round, but that means I could hold on to it and score it in second, hopefully. So that's what I did. The other thing that I did was I moved my Rhino, which I had here staged. In the first turn, I just advanced it and took over the point. He had Mephiston right here. And I believe that was it. He had Mephiston that was sitting right here, and he had this tank with the 5 Stern Guard and the captain here inside the tank. And then he had another unit of jump intercessors here, so I knew they would jump out and come and assault me. But I was confident that with the Rhino on this point, the Berserkers have the ability to disembark when somebody gets within 9 inches of this tank. So I was like, okay, well, if I need to flood the point with Berserkers, I can. But anyway, and then on the top end here, I had my spawn here, and they just scouted on and just touched this objective. So right now, it's controlling this objective. I moved my demon prince up, and he's lone up so that he can't get shot when he's within 3 inches of an infantry unit. So I have my jackals behind the wall here, and I moved my demon prince up to take over this objective. So right now I pretty much controlled all 3 objectives at the end of my first turn. I discarded bring it down because there's no point of keeping it, and I kept assassination going into the end of first. So let's move to bottom of first turn. So bottom of first turn, this got really spicy really quickly, right? What happened here was Fatty now moved into his doctrine where he can move, run, and then charge. So that's what he did. He dropped the lieutenant off and ran him back behind the wall. And then the unit of intercessors that were here, they failed their battle shock, and so he moved them off as well. The other thing that he did was he moved his 6 sanguinary guard with Dante behind this wall here, right? So he could threaten this point or move them to the middle if he needed. But the real big thing was his 10-man unit of Death Guard. So they moved 12, plus he got a run of 6, so he had got an advance of 6. So they advanced all the way to here. So they had like a 6-inch charge to my Demon Prince. So his first turn, he jumps out with his Death Company, runs all the way here, assaults my Demon Prince, and through combat and stuff, wipes him out, right? So my Demon Prince, obviously, in my first turn with my Blessings of Khorne roll, I had Fight on Death, and I had sustained hits. So he fought on death, and he killed, I think, 2 Death Guard from that unit, because they have a lot of saves, but that was fine. The other thing that he did was he jumped out with his Liberators, with his Sanguinary Guard that were here with the captain. He jumped out, assaulted the spawn, and killed them off as well. So basically, he took back this point. And down here, he jumped out with this unit of assault intercessors out here. And Mephiston moved up here. The tank came right behind the wall, and I did not deploy anybody out of the Rhino. So he proceeded to shoot and then charge, and then he blew up the Rhino, which was fine. I didn't lose anyone. The Rhino didn't blow up, and all 10 Khorne Berserkers deployed here with Khorne. So that was the end of first turn. And obviously, I kept assassination going into my second. He had pulled no prisoners and defend stronghold. Yeah, so no prisoners and defend stronghold was what. Sorry, no, that's not what he pulled. He had pulled established locus and extend battle lines. So he got extend battle lines because he now got control of this objective and his home objective, and he did not get established locus because first turn established locus. Why didn't he not get established locus? Oh, because he has to do an action to do that, and he couldn't do the action. So he did not get established locus because he did combat. Okay, so that was fine. When he had jumped out with the intercessors here, I also did another round of um, uh, what is it called? Overwatch. So I did another round of Overwatch and dropped them from 2 just down to 1 guy. So right now he was very depleted with this unit. I'd taken this unit down to just 3 models left, 2 Sanguinary Guard and 1 Captain. This unit was full, Mephiston was full, and this unit was full in the tank here, and he had 6 of the big golden company over here. And that was pretty good. Nothing doing. So we go to turn number 2. Top of 2, I kept assassination and I got no prisoners. So all I had to do was clean up a bunch of things here. So I had a unit of 8 bound behind the wall here, and they came out and they assaulted this middle group. So this is the 3 8 bound with the slaughter bound, and between the jackals fighting and the slaughterbound fighting, we're able to clear both the units of Sanguinary Guard and brought the Death Company down to only Lamartis on 2 wounds. I also, in his turn, in my turn, I rapid ingress the Forge Fiend up here and took shots at the unit of 6 Sanguinary Guard and brought 2 of them down. So now there's 4 Sanguinary Guard and Dante left here, which was great. I mean, that was exactly what I needed to do. Remember, I still had 2 spawn here holding the point, and I had this. And so I already scored no prisoners by killing this unit. Down here, Khorne and his unit killed off Mephiston, so I got assassination this turn. Also, I had rapid ingress a unit of Exalted here, but they failed a 9-inch charge, so I couldn't wipe out the tank, but they were left in the open. So, and they had rerolls of charges, and I did that with a reroll and still couldn't get it, which was fine. I mean, I wasn't in a bad spot. He had to choose now whether to keep on and finish off the Berserker squad or come back and deal with them. And yeah, so I've killed off Mephiston. We had this unit down to only 3 guys bodies left, but I did leave a gap here in my backfield, and he was able to rapid ingress his unit of Sanguinary Guard that was off the board into this hole here, which means that he could threaten my home point, which was sticky by the jackals, or he could jump out to support. So this was a pretty it was an interesting move because I did leave a gap here, which was my mistake. But in retrospect, it didn't really matter too much because I still had good control on the points. Anyway, so that was my top of 2. So I scored full there again. I got Bring It Down and no prisoners for 10 points, which was good enough for me. In Fatty's bottom of 2, he jumped this unit of Sanguinary Guard out here to take care of this point. So they jumped out. This unit of Stern Guard came out with with the captain here, and they took out the whole unit of berserkers with Khorne. Khorne got up on a 2+. He comes back to life with 3 wounds, and he was poised now to charge back in my turn. So that's what in his turn he got the unit of Khorne berserkers. He got assassination too because he drew assassination that turn, so he was able to score his assassination by killing Khorne, but he didn't get any clans because he couldn't do actions this turn because everybody was fighting. This unit of 6 Sanguinary Guard assaulted the Forge Fiend. It overwatched again, took out another Sanguinary Guard in the process. They ended up popping this unit and jumping on this point. So now there's 3 Sanguinary Guard and Captain on this point, but there's 2 spawn right here and this unit of 8 bound right here with a Slaughter Bound in there, which can counter assault here. So that was okay. And over here, he had my Slaughter Bound was still alive, I think, with 2 wounds left, and the unit of Jump Pack Intercessors who had engaged the Forge Fiend, and the Sanguinary Guard with the Captain had engaged the Slaughter Bound. So all in all, this tank also came back and assaulted the Exalted 8 bound, but he only killed 1 of them. So I had 2 Exalted left and the tank. And yeah, so that was the end of bottom of 2. And then we go to top of 3. Top of 3, I backed up the Forge Fiend back to this home point, and this jackals here moved up and then charged into the jump pack marines that were here. The Slaughter Bound went to town, and my unit of Exalted that I put here in as rapid ingress in his turn then moved out. I can't believe that these guys moved 10. They moved really fast. They jumped out and they assaulted the Sanguinary God that were on this point and wiped them out. Over here, the spawn and the unit of 8 bound that were up here went out and killed off, and this was my Mark for Death secondary target. So you can see I scored Mark for Death for 2 points, and Defense Stronghold was obviously I'd already sticking it, and I would score it later. So I was in good command. Khorne came in and killed all 5 Stern Guard, so it was just the captain against Khorne. And then when the captain swung, Khorne made all his 4+ invulnerable, so that was great. And then these 2 Exalted took off the tank. So on my turn, I had done quite a bit of damage. We were really down on resources now. He had dropped his scouts here. These 2 failed their leadership again and ran, and he moved them further back. I don't know what he was doing with this unit, to be honest. They had failed battle shock quite a few times, and they were just in limbo. So right now, all he had was his unit of 5 heavy intercessors here. this unit of regular intercessors here, a unit of scouts, and one captain here, right? Everything else was my units, right? And he had nothing left in the sky. And oh yeah, he had his brother captain here. So that was all he had. This was the top of my end of my turn, the top of 3, going down to bottom of 3. So the captain kills off Khorne. It was no problem. Bottom of 3, what did he get? He got I believe behind recover assets behind enemy lands, and he couldn't do any of these, so he didn't score any points in bottom of 3, which was good for me and kind of put the distance. Decided to get distance. In his turn, he jumped his brother captain behind here, so I couldn't shoot him with the fortune when he left. And I had one slaughter bound left. He jumped back in, killed as many jackals as he could. I had one slaughter bound here. These guys came back. The scouts came in and charged, but they didn't finish off this exalted. So he owned this point. He was not on this point because I had taken this point, and I completely wiped up whatever was up here. He jumped out these guys, heavy intercessors, and fired in here and brought down this unit to one guy with one wound left. Scouts jumped in, did nothing. So at the end of his turn, it was pretty much like in my favor at this point. So we go top of 4. Top of 4 was very easy. I moved these guys out to assist here to give +1 to hit. This Forge Fiend moved out here. I'd already sticky this objective and took out the brother captain here, so there's nobody on this point at all. The scouts finished off my one exalted here. In retrospect, when I roll my my blessings of Khorne dice, I should have chosen fight on death. That was a big mistake on my part because he would have wiped out these scouts if he fought on death. Not that it made a difference, but also here when he killed off my 1/8 bound here, he would have fought on death as well. So a couple of mistakes made there in choosing my blessings. Also, the spawn from here were able to advance and then charge this unit of jump pack intercessors, but this was just like a rubber match. Nobody hurt, nobody here. I don't know why I rolled pretty subpar, but that's okay. I was pretty much in control for top of 4. I got secure no man's land for 5, and I established locus. I did not get established locus because I wasn't able to wipe him out here, so I discarded it for points. And then we came to bottom of 4, and pretty much this was the end of the game here because my camera stopped working actually, but you could pretty much read it because what happened was he got, for his bottom of 4, he got no prisoners and overwhelming force, right? Yeah, no prisoners, overwhelming force here for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So no prisoners he got because he was able to kill off both the 2 guys on this point here. There's nothing I could do. I didn't have fight on death, so that was easy. He killed them off, and he was able to take this point back. And then overwhelming force was killed pieces on the objective, so he was able to get that as well. He advanced his scout up, but they weren't able to get to this point. So right now, this point was empty and free. And he ran those 2 intercessors back to deal with the scouts, but they just had a rubber match. This was just a rubber match in the end. Nothing really happened here. I still owned the point, but I couldn't take it away, and I wasn't able to kill enough here. But I had a full unit of obviously 8 bound right behind his hand here, and my Forge Fiend. So turn 5, I got extend battle lines and tempting target. He tempted me with this target. All I did was run the Forge Fiend, which happened to roll a 6 and get to this point, so I took this target away. And then extend battle lines means I control 1 in my home objective, 1 in the no man's land, which I did as well, so I got full points there. And that was pretty much the game. So it was a fairly comprehensive win for me, 74 to 51 against the Blood Angels. But I want to caveat this with Fatty was playing a very assault heavy army. It was 2,000 points versus 2,000 points, but I think he saw from this that he needed some firepower on the table because I was able to just walk up the Forge Fiends or walk up my Demon Prince without really any consequences, and he felt that he needs to rejig the list. So we'll see what happens next time if I play him. But right now, first game with the world leaders with my competitive list is a win. And thank you very much for watching. Until next time, hopefully you guys are doing well. One hour a day, one day at a time. We'll see you next time.